Hey, you! Fight me, one-on-one, right now, 1v1, come here! Hey! I'm talking to you, get over here, 1v1! Now! I'll beat you up, kid! What are you, a chicken? Come on, fight me one-on-one! I'll knock you out!
Now that's out of the way, let's talk about physics on how I gave him a head trauma. He's alive, right? First, my colleagues Ariella, Justine, and Resna will help me out on this problem because I don't know how to solve it. I'm a freshie right away. Anyways, here's the problem. How is brain trauma, concussion, caused when a person is punched in the face? Apply Newton's first law. Assume it's in an inertial frame of reference. Is it A, as the skull or head moves back and forth, it's accelerating and decelerating while your brain wants to stay in the original position? Or B, a concussion from Newton's third law pairs acting on respective objects. In this case, the force of the fist of the brain is equal to the force of the brain on the fist, but the brain is accelerating at a higher rate because it has less mass. Or C, the force of the punch and the skull cancel out because of Newton's third law, therefore there is no unbalanced force exerted on the brain to cause it to move.
Or D, the force from the punch is acting upon the brain and is what causing the brain to move forward, which thus is causing the brain trauma and concussion.
Great, we will wait for a minute so you can think about your answers. Okay, now for the moment of truth. If you pick choice C, then congratulations, you are wrong. Why? The magnitude would be the same in the pair, but the acceleration would be different based on mass. The brain will move because there are going to be forces acting upon it. Thus, the brain is at rest and the force of the punch is the unbalanced force which it will cause it to move according to Newton's first law. If you pick choice B, then it's wrong. Justine will explain why. Go Justine, don't be shy.
Choice B is incorrect because this is the wrong Newton's third law pair since the punch doesn't directly affect the brain. The brain won't have the same magnitude as the force of the punch because it doesn't get hit until the skull makes contact.
Thank you Justine for the explanation. Choice D is wrong too. Rosna will explain why. Hold on, gotta get this. Rosna? What? You gonna explain to the phone? Okay. Here's Rosna. Through the phone.
This choice is wrong because the force of the punch is not affecting the brain since the punch was not a contact force with the brain. The concussion is being caused by the skull moving forward because the punch accelerated the skull, not the brain.
Finally, as you all know, choice A is correct. Ariella will tell you why.
To explain the answer to the problem, when your skull moves backward from the punch's impact, your brain will remain in its normal place of rest until the front of the skull makes contact, sending the brain backwards the rest of the head. But when the skull deaccelerates, the brain will keep moving at a constant velocity in the direction of the first impact, and thus ending up hitting the back of the skull as well. Newton's first and second law apply here in the inertial frame of reference.
Now you know the answer. It's time to call an ambulance. He's seriously hurt, but it's his fault for calling me out. I'll just tell him he ran to a pole or something. Oh well.